I'm Gaming for Nations and One Pyramid. I'm here for the Epic Mickey event at Comic-Con 2012. And right next to me is the man, the legend, Warren Spector. Oh my God. All right, if you don't know who Warren Spector is, pretty much he created your childhood and probably your parents' childhood as well. I mean, this man's a legend beyond legends within the Disney World. So I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about Epic Mickey and his position in it.
Well, Disney Epic Mickey is now a series of games. We're coming out with the second one featuring Mickey Mouse and a character named Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, who was Walt Disney's first cartoon star. Nobody remembers him, but that's why we're making a game about him. Mickey and Oswald are stuck in a world called Wasteland, which is where all of Disney's forgotten and rejected stuff ends up, and that world is in peril. Mickey and Oswald have to solve the problem and save the day. First game did really, really well. We shipped that in 2010, and now here it is 2012, 2 years later. We're making a sequel on, oh my gosh, Wii, PS3, 360, Wii U, PC, Mac. We even have a 3DS game coming out, and it's going to be out this holiday season.
Now, something you said that I really wanted to get on camera, what you were telling pretty much the history of Oswald, and you was also telling how by having him and certain key characters in this game, it's changing the actual future of Disney itself. So can you give us a little bit of that information?
Sure. Oswald's an amazing character, and his story is an amazing story. You gotta sort of put yourself back in 1927. Walt Disney's 26 years old. He's not the Walt Disney yet. He's just an animator trying to make it in Hollywood, you know? And he creates this character, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, for a company called Universal. And he's really successful. I mean, Oswald is just immediately a big hit. But when Walt's contract runs out, he goes to Universal and says, I want to make more cartoons. I want to make better cartoons. You got to give me more money for these cartoons. And Universal says, nope, we're not giving you more money. In fact, you're fired, and we own your character, Oswald. So Walt goes, what do I do? And he was 27 at that point, and it's like, he's got nothing. So he creates Mickey Mouse, and the rest is kind of history, right? But 80 some odd years pass. In 2006, Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, goes to Universal and says, I want Oswald back. And he trades Al Michaels, a human sportscaster who worked for ABC, for the rights to Oswald the cartoon rabbit. I mean, a human traded for a rabbit. And that's the only reason I get to make a game with this guy.
I don't know if you caught that, but a human being was traded for a cartoon rabbit. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can imagine how I felt, too, because I started working on this game in 2005, the first game in 2005. Okay. Knowing I wanted Oswald and knowing that Disney didn't even own the rights, so it all could have gone really badly. But Bob Iger got us the rights to Oswald, and so we got to make a game with him. Now, one of the big things we're doing in the new game, Disney Epic Mickey 2: The Power of Two, is we're giving every character a voice. Every character, Mickey, Oswald, you know, every character speaks every line of dialogue, pretty much in every language on planet Earth. Actually, it's kind of scary how many languages we're doing. But
so it's going to be multiple language options:
English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Turkish, Arabic, Russian, Polish. Okay. If there's a language, we're doing it.
Only Disney could do something like that. Most games can only do like what, 2 languages at a time. You just said
we're doing everything. I think it. Don't quote me on this. I think actually I'm on camera. Of course I'm going to be quoted on this. I think it's like 17 languages we're having to do. It's nuts. But think about it. Oswald was a silent film star, so he never had a voice. There are a bunch of other characters called gremlins in this game, who were supposed to be in a movie in 1943, but the movie never got made. They never had a voice. So we, the guys making this game, got to give those characters a voice. We worked with Disney. We cast actors for the roles.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about, you mentioned a couple of voice actors. One of them, I told you, was my guy from the Princess Bride and Robin Hood Men in Tights, but you could tell us.
Yeah, well, so we have a character, Gus the Gremlin, who we needed to cast a voice, and we did a bunch of auditions, and surprise, surprise, Cary Elwes, you know, who was in Princess Bride and Robin Hood Men in Tights and a bunch of other great movies, he just nailed it. I mean, he was perfect for the role of Gus. We needed a voice for Oswald. I mean, Oswald never had a voice, and they certainly weren't going to let me do it. I mean, I heard Oswald's voice in my head for years, which is a little spooky, but, you know, I mean, I heard him, you know, going, I am a silent film star, and if I can't talk, no one's going to talk. You really don't want me doing voices. But we took that and cast Frank Welker, who's like the most amazing voice actor in the world. I mean, the guy, if you ever watched an American cartoon, Transformers, Scooby-Doo, I mean, whatever you watched when you were growing up, you've heard Frank Welker's voice, and he is incredible as the voice of Oswald. But here's the thing. That's the official voice of Oswald now. So if you ever go to a Disney theme park, or if Oswald ever appears at in a movie or something, that's the voice. And a video game, getting to create the voice of a Disney character, several Disney characters, that's amazing to me. I mean, that is changing Disney's future, right? 10 years ago, that would not have happened. I mean, a video game, come on.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That, you know, this game breaking the fourth wall essentially due to the fact that it's, you know, doing this. I mean, is there anything about there's, you know, true dynamically, you know, there's a big difference from the first game and this game. The first game was a single player, and this one focuses on all different types of views and focuses on multiplayer. Yep. Am I correct?
Yeah. The biggest new thing we've added this time around. I mean, every game you want to do something that you've never done before, you don't know how to do, and so this time. It was two-player co-op. We wanted, you know, you could play as Mickey Mouse, obviously, and if you're playing as Mickey in single player, Oswald will be there with you every step of the way. He's an AI-controlled character, but at any moment, any time, a second player can sit down, pick up a controller, and just start playing as Oswald. Okay, and then, you know, if you're tired of playing as Oswald, you can put the controller down, and the AI picks back up and takes control of Oswald again. So it really is two people working together. Able to do things together that you can't do alone in single player. So the game takes on a whole new level, you know, when you've got a friend or a family member along to play.
Look, I thank you. It is an honor. Like I said, I got to shake his hand again, but it's an honor, you know, to talk to you. I mean, like I said, you created most of our childhoods with, you know, the work you did with Disney, and we appreciate it. And hey, this game, we know it's going to be a great game. I mean, you can give us a release date?
November 18th. It's a very important date in Disney history, which I'll let you guys figure out.
Mystery. Anyway, Game of Fit Nations and One Pyramid. We out.
Do it again, this is how it goes.